Hi once again. I may have put this up on a previous video, not too sure. It's one which I had a little look at today because it wasn't working right. There was no sound in the receiver. Although everything else seemed to be okay, the receiver wasn't working right. So I had a little look inside and corrected the fault. The transmitter had a wire which was supposed to be on a little press-in connector, but that had vanished. I don't know where it went to, but it had gone. And I had to solder a wire on there and connect it to the handset cord inside the handset. And it's all working now. Anyway, let me tell you what this is. There's the circuit diagram. It's actually stuck down there. It's a little bit knocked about. This appears to be a TA-1152. And it doesn't show you on there which type of dial it uses. I understand these were probably originally on a rotary dial system, but this one, as you can see, is on a touch. Well, it's not tone, on the old touch button. Taking it out of the way so you can see what's inside there. There's a little circuit board that contains your bits and pieces, anti-side tone coil, your two sets of contacts for those for when you put the receiver on. It's fairly basic. The capacitors are of the normal type you would find in Russia. Here we come over to the bell, which is nicely adjusted so the bell tings without the clapper resting on the gong. You've got the coil in the middle, and all these terminate on the little circuit board there, on those little press-in connectors, which are very effective actually. There was one of those which should have been in the transmitter, but for some unknown reason it wasn't there, so it had to be soldered on. Now coming across to the press button unit, I say press button unit, it's not touch tone. This gives out striature pulses, 10 pps. And what you see at the front, it's a normal front. Now the buttons are in the normal place, but that one down there is a number resend button. So once you've got the call up, you clear down, you want to ring it back, you press on that one. This one is like a flash button. As it presses in, it cuts off your call and your return to dial tone. Once again, these are well made. I'm not taking the cover off, it's sealed. There's some of the innards there. A typical Russian capacitor. There's something about them, they just scream out, not European or what you'd expect to find European or Japanese stuff. It's distinct. And inside there is I can see a chip. Also at the top there as well. Looks like there's connections on the board. There's two printed circuit boards. all in all, I'd say this is quite a good unit. It obviously works after all these years. These two things at the top you can see look like transistors. Yeah, they're transistors. And the capacitor also pokes out through the top. Now it's just a bit interesting that they do it that way around. Soldering's not bad. Fortunately I didn't have to do any dry joints. They look perfectly okay. Anyhow, as you can see, it's possible that this would have had a dial originally. I'm looking at the front circle, so yes, this was possibly a dial phone. The first editions were probably dial phones. Anyhow, it's been converted into the press button. You've got writing on there as well. I don't know, I see something on there. All in Shuritic, yeah, in Russian. 684 is a number on this actual circuit board. So yeah, that is more or less it. Seems, from first look, it looks well made. Nothing cramped up inside. There's plenty of space. And yeah, the case is held on with screws that are inset in brass, which is also a nice touch, rather than just screwing into plastic. It goes into a nice brass screw part. Anyhow, I think that's all I've got to say. Let's have a look, show you the transmitter. I won't open this up again. There's two screws there which opens it up, and once again you've got your receiver and transmitter, which is all working. Anyhow, that's all I've got to say on this. So once again, any comments please make. If I have put this up before, I don't remember, but this one's gone more into depth with the actual circuit. I do like seeing circuits. To me, the working's more important than the actual colour. So many people worry about the colour. Oh, I've got to have a red one, I've got to have a green one. I take what turns up, and if it's one for the collection, then that's what turns up. I do, if possible, avoid ones that have been badly smashed. These can occur, but I've been lucky up to now. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now and put this up. I will take a still of the final job as the thumbprint, so we'll put that up, and yeah, thanks again. Thank you.